Who is saying, go ahead, raise my taxes? Let's face it, you do not hear that request too often. But in a new interview, billionaire Warren Buffett says he and other wealthy people should have to pay much more in taxes. He also says taxes should be cut for lower middle and possibly upper middle class Americans. Joins us live is Daily Caller editor Tucker Carlson. Tucker, before we get to Carlson's, the pat down or the nude pictures?
Oh, the pat down.
Pat down?
I'll take affection wherever I can get it.
All right, I'm not gonna. That's it. All right, I'm not going any further.
So you
win that one. All right, I said let's go to taxes. That's safer. All right, Warren Buffett. He says he wants to pay more taxes. Why doesn't he pay more?
Well, he certainly could if he wanted to. I mean, look, Warren Buffett, like every person in business, employs an entire army of accountants whose only job it is to minimize the amount of taxes he pays. He could fire every one of them tomorrow. He could fire every accountant at Berkshire Hathaway tomorrow if he wanted and send 80% of his income to the federal government. And he should. You first. That's what I say to Warren Buffett.
Why isn't he? Why is he? He's a big talker. He's a big talker.
I'll tell you why. Because this is a form of moral preening. This is a way of saying, I'm better than you. I'm not your average greedy rich guy. This is the second richest man in the world. He says he wants to give away 99% of his wealth. He could tomorrow. He could help balance the federal budget. He could do it right tonight. But instead of doing that, he would rather take out full-page ads in newspapers lecturing the rest of us that we don't pay enough in taxes. It's an outrage.
Well, you know, if you think about it, too, is that taxes probably don't make a big difference to him. But someone who makes even $300,000 a year, it makes a big difference.
Well, look, that's the other irony here. It's like he's the last person who has any credibility on this question because it's entirely academic to him. He's literally the second richest man in the world. So you could take 90% of his wealth and it would have no real effect on the way that he lives. But for someone who is, say, 50 years younger than Warren Buffett trying to make it in this world, it's a big, big deal.
I remember talking to our former boss, Ted Turner, once when he was giving money away. He was giving money away, billions of dollars here to the UN, billion there. And I said to him, why are you giving away all your money, Ted? And he said to me, you only need $100 million. That you can do everything you need with $100 million. It's like, you know, beyond that, there's nothing else you can get once you have $100 million. So Warren Buffett's way over there. He's $45 billion.
Here's the thing, though. Warren Buffett knows perfectly well that if you're going to give money away and help the commonweal, you know, help society, giving it to government is the least efficient thing you could ever do with the money. That's why Warren Buffett, in fact, isn't paying extra taxes. He's turning his money over to nonprofits. He's partnering with Bill Gates. He's giving money in a targeted way to help the needy. But he's not giving it to the federal government because he knows they waste a heck of a lot of it.
So this is just pruning for him.
Can I just make a point that no one ever makes because everyone's embarrassed to make it, which is that rich people, you can hate them or not, pay a massively disproportionate amount of taxes in this country. The top 2% of income earners pay the majority of taxes. 60% of Americans get more from the government than they give in taxes, so it's already a system that's heavily, heavily top-loaded. I mean, again, you can resent rich people all you want, but the truth is, without them, we'd grind to a halt tomorrow, period. That's just a math question.
I always thought it was sort of appalling when said to the rich need to pay their fair share, as though they weren't paying their fair share, although maybe Warren Buffett isn't paying his fair share, that it was designed to create class warfare. I actually think a lot of rich people would be willing to help out, whether it's in the charities or whatever, if they're asked, instead of being called cheats.
Look, again, I'm not even taking a position on that. There are certainly some rich people who annoy me. Warren Buffett would be at the top of that list. But as a math question, you're absolutely right. They pay more than their fair share. They pay the lion's share of taxes in this country, and without them, we could not function. I think it's an unsustainable system because guess what? Rich people are very mobile by definition. If you tax them too much, they'll split, they'll leave, they'll go to the Cayman Islands, they'll move to the Seychelles. They don't have to live here. So there is a limit to the extent to which you can tax them. I mean, try it. When France went socialist in 1980, when François Mitterrand was elected president, a lot of rich French people moved to Switzerland. Did it help France? No, it didn't.
All right, I want to think seriously about this one. Do you think Warren Buffett is for the pat-down or the nude pictures?
Oh, I think he's got to be a pat-down guy. Look, like me, he's an aging American man. You know, meet new friends. He's probably for it.
All right, how's it